Hey guys, this is this Green Guy with Green Guy Finance. Gonna make a video here for you on Solar City and brethren to a certain degree for solar and CSIQ, but mostly focusing on Solar City. So, intros, I guess. This is Green Guy Finance, the page, Twitter page. I only do Twitter. This is Kid Trust Option Trade. I post my entries, exits on Kid Trust. I post my commentary on Green Guy. If you like the videos, please follow and please retweet. I do appreciate it. More followers I get, more commentary I get. And I feel like the commentary makes me a better trader, which is one of the reasons I like doing these. If you challenge my beliefs, then great. I have to come up with a defense. And sometimes my premises can be overruled. Or sometimes I look at new sectors, or sometimes there's a correlate I never thought of. But anyways, I do like the commentary. So what this video is going to be about is the solars. So let's take a look at the solars right here. And I took off all of the trend lines so that basically I was going to let you guys make up your own mind as we take a look at it real quick and see if you agree or disagree with me going way, 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 way back. So we're looking currently exclusively at the daily increments there. I have an older chart I'm trying to hide there from you, but here we go. Let's go way, way, way back. Here's 2013, the beautiful run-up of 2013, leading into December, there you go, into 2014, right there. There is this long-term history of oscillating around this point and then breakout and then fall back. It has a very, 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 very patternistic, stereotypical buying trend. You can see these are actually parallel lines, parallel lines, parallel, 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 parallel lines that have been happening over and over and over and over again in this chart. So you can place them in many places and actually get a really good cheat on the chart technicals. You can see here this downfall was actually parallel to that downfall. So throughout the history here, what you had is you had all these big institutions buying stock wholesale, and then what they're doing is making sort of a pattern buy and sell program of a game up here, while the rest of the traders that are finally coming around to the stock market are now trading, and the guys that bought way down here in the 31s are just having buy and sell programs repeatedly go through and churn stock. Essentially is why you're seeing these trends like this. So now I'm going to bring you and zoom in a little bit to the recent. You can see these parallel uptrends, uptrends, uptrends again. And let's take a little bit of a closer look at this and see exactly what happens. So you have these downtrends that break and then go upwards and then pretty much stay and oscillate on the line. Pretty much if you look at the history here, oscillating right on the resistance line, oscillating right on the resistance line. But you can see how most often before they break, they have a little bit of this, downward break. They have a little bit of a, what do you call it, like a footing essentially before they go on and they oscillate on the upper end of the channel. So the channel here is channel bottom, channel top, mid channel. You can see it sort of touches the support once seemingly and then goes and oscillates on the upper and mid of the channel. And you can see how it happens there pretty much often enough that you can say, well, we might be able to make an educated play off of that. You can see this seems to be the pattern over and over and over again. So what leads us into this recent market up is a little bit different, confusing, a little bit different. So what we don't have here is the normal sort of pattern break, which broke right there, if you can see on the chart on the 18th. Instead of going off to the moon at that point with the pattern break like we've seen in the past here, what we now see is a little bit of a footing. So it seems like what Solar City might be doing is one of two things. And those two things is it's either oscillating in the bottom part of the channel, as you can see oscillating in the bottom part of the channel, or it is it just had a couple days of sort of loose action before people decided they wanted to do the buy part of this again. Maybe waiting for the Fed to make up its mind one way or the market, or the market or the Fed to make up its mind. But you can see there might have been a hesitation here, or we're oscillating in the bottom part of the channel. So you got two possibilities here. Now, after today's mixed news, you can see we had an up day, but it didn't really have a breakout day at all, as you can tell. So let's go into today's price action with the trend line, which does seem to pretty much call the top right there intraday, as you can see it. And going back, it pretty much holds true. Let's take a look at the pretty much weekly price action. You can see it pretty much holds true for the charting pattern here. A little bit of a breakout there, so we might not be exact on our trend line. Maybe it's there. Maybe it's there. But it does appear that we are in the upper part of a trend line, or at least this is holding some resistance. So that is the argument to be made for a downside here in the stock, which is whatever this line is, if it's the middle of the channel or if it's the top of the channel, right? Is this the channel or is this the channel? It is at least holding some resistance. So there's a lot of calls being bought in the name, well, not a ton, but there is some. It was a slow day, so when I say a ton, it's less than 1,000, which usually 1,000 is enough to get somebody to turn their head. But I think that this is enough of a resistance line that it will fall back down. Given the chart's pattern here of sort of indecisiveness, which is what I believe it is, or at very best, it is in the the bottom half of an upward channel. Either way does not bode well for a bullish argument in Solar City to take off here. And even if you look at where the price action is in the topping pattern, if you look at this, now we have the long chart here again, lower oscillations, occasional big breakout, lower oscillations, occasional big breakout. So we might have one of two options when we get to the top of the Solar City channel here, which is we start another down phase, right? We could have another down phase beginning once we get to the top of the channel, like that, or we could go off to the moon with a huge channel break. Now you see these channel breaks do happen occasionally. They do go way off, but this market is now definably late bull stage. Solar City has not been having a really bullish time in this channel. As you can see, it's either, like we were saying, bottom half or or had a little bit of a hesitation before even starting the up phase. So long story short, I think that this, whatever it is, whatever you will define it as, is a strong trend line, can be placed on our charts, and a channel breakout at this point is pretty unlikely. So you can trade off of this line, and I did today. So I took puts in Solar City, and I believe what I'm going to see throughout the week is we're going to see at least a touch of this line here. So even if we take 4 or 5 days for me to see a downturn, I should at least get my money back on my put position, which I'm more than comfortable holding overnight, and I have defined my risk. If we do have an insane breakout day like this, it will be from something that I can probably see catalytic in the market coming at me, so I will be able to most likely close my position. So let's take a quick look at First Solar and CSIQ. Here is First Solar. You can see there's not a whole lot of correlation with Solar City and First Solar. They had a break quite a while ago. So here's Solar City again. You can see we have a nice pop here, and then bottoming with the oscillation. First Solar. You can see First Solar had quite a rebound after it bottomed there for a while. CSIQ, definitely closer to First Solar than it is Solar City. You can see had a bottoming and a nice rebound. Solar City didn't get any of that. And there might be a couple reasons for that happening. One would be that Tesla. Elon Musk is tied to both companies. I believe he's still a chairman on Solar City. And of course he's CEO of Tesla. It might be that Tesla's stock, which has correlated with Solar City in the past, is dragging down Solar City. That's one argument. Another argument might just be that the stock itself is so overvalued for so long here. I have FinViz, Solar City up here. You can see the price to sales, 20.5 on Solar City. You can see even amount of sales, 225 million, compared to First Solar, which has a sales of 3.39 billion, PS to 1.8, and then here's CSIQ, which has a price to sales of 0.75, and they're doing sales of 2.52 billion. So there is quite a stark difference in just the fundamental numbers between those companies. So that might be the cause of the differences in the charting there, and why SolarCity hasn't rebounded. Now, the last thing I want to talk about in the video real quick is just what I think people are doing by buying calls in the name, because I think it's worth mentioning. But anyways, so we had news today, which was a slow day on the options side of the market. We didn't see a whole lot of volume going in anywhere. And I think what people believe is happening is the SolarCity has been lagging behind the other guys so long that it's due. And with Tesla popping its eyes out here, breaking its channel recently, SolarCity will fall into line and follow Tesla up. Now, I doubt it. It's really all I got to say about that. SolarCity, if it would have popped, probably would have popped by now. I can't really see this argument being that strong. And the options that are flowing are not big block options. It sort of seemed to me that they were just, you know, the best news on a slow day of news in the options world. So, I don't know. That's the best I can do. This is just, you know, the puppy stuck in the tree and the fireman's going up the ladder type of a day in terms of news. So, anyways, that's the best I got, guys. I hope the video was helpful. Like I said at the start, you know, any comments, please do comment. You know, follow, retweet, etc. But hope you guys enjoyed it. You know, good luck out there tomorrow. Bye.